Hello, hello. Welcome back to the podcast. This is Haley Sohn, nutritionist, weight loss expert, and you are listening to Weight Loss Without Dieting, as well as potentially my baby in the background having a conversation with himself. I don't know if you can hear that or not. This is nap time. He did not nap accordingly, so we're recording anyways. But this podcast today that we're going to talk about is, I think, one of the most overlooked parts of any weight loss journey. I don't really see a lot of people talking about this, but your weight loss success really hinges on this one thing. Um, Before I get into it, though, I do want to mention I offer free diagnostic weight loss calls. So everyone that I worked with has one of three types of weight loss resistance, sometimes all three, but those are keeping you stuck where you are. So if you feel stuck, if you feel like you've tried a lot of different things and nothing has really felt right, it's maybe you got any results, but they didn't last, or it got you no results, or you gained weight, you probably have one of these three types of weight loss resistance. So I'm going to put the link to book that call in the show notes. Go ahead and book. It's a free call. It's time that's just dedicated to you and what's going on with your weight loss journey. It's going to help you understand why you're stuck and how to start moving forward and losing weight. So go ahead and book that now. I'll put the link there. So what we're talking about today is it really is crucial for your weight loss success. You have to have this one thing in order to successfully start losing weight. And it's going to influence all of the actions that you take in your weight loss journey. And what really gave me the idea and got me thinking about today's episode is my missing cat. So I'm going to tell you about my missing cat. Just hang in there. This is going to all come together. It's going to come full circle and make sense very soon. So my cat, Twinkie, beloved cat, went missing a few weeks ago and just basically just didn't come home one day. And I started, my brain kind of started going to like, we got to find him. Here are all the things I can do in order to find him. I need to, I made flyers with a reward. He's super friendly. So I was worried that somebody would find him and want to keep him. So I put a reward on there. I made flyers. I printed them out. I got like hard ones so I could put them on signposts. I contacted all of my neighbors and let them know he's missing. I sent them a picture. I asked if they had any footage on their Ring doorbell camera, maybe, see which direction he ran in. I got on Facebook. I'm in a couple of local like neighborhood Facebook groups, so I posted in all of those. I contacted the city police or the county police that are like for our neighborhood. I called local animal shelters. I called local vets offices where people sometimes bring lost pets. I actually paid for a service that would take a picture of my cat and match it to people who posted across the internet about missing cats. I also contacted a pet psychic. Like I was doing everything I could think of to try and get this cat back. I was just like, he's out there. He needs us to help bring him home. Well, consequently, right, the day I realized like he didn't come home and he's normally home, I told my husband. I said, Twinkie's, I think, Twinkie's not home and this is not normal. We got to find him. And he goes, just face it. He's not coming home. And that right there was like what got me thinking about this episode because I was kind of saying, we got to get Twinkie back. Here are all the things that I'm going to do. And he was like, why would you do any of that? Because he's not coming home. And I'll say the reason he said that is because the day that he went missing was super cold. And his mind just went one way and mine went another way. So if you think about what takes place, if you think what I was thinking, which is he's out there and he's relying on us to bring him home, you do all of these things. And I know that he's waiting for me to get him home. Here's all the actions that you take. And if you think, just face it, he's not coming back, what are the actions that you take there? So I kind of listed out all the actions that I took based on how I was thinking about it. But if you go into what my husband was thinking, which is he's not coming home, what types of actions does that person take? None is the answer. If you were stumbling on that one, they do nothing. If you're thinking they're not coming home, you're not doing anything. You're maybe just sad. You're thinking, how sad you are. Maybe you're thinking about getting a different pet, but you're not thinking about all the ways that you're going to get them home. You're not doing anything. And so the reason how this all comes together is your belief in your ability to lose weight is the number one predictor of your success. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. I think that quote is like so perfect for this episode. That was Henry Ford, by the way. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Your belief is going to dictate what that journey looks like for you, the types of actions that you're taking. So you can 100% be sitting there thinking, I don't trust myself, or I doubt that I'm going to see results as quickly as others, or that it's going to be easy for me, but you still believe that you can do it versus there's just no way. There's just no way I could do this. I want to, but there's just no way it's going to work for me. And I actually, one of my biggest, I think, mistakes in my career is that I took on a client who said that to me. She said, "This is not going to work for me. I don't believe that this is going to work for me." And I have had so much success with clients and weight loss that I just said, I just don't think that's true. My mind was like, there's just no way that that's how this is going to go. But her belief in herself predicted her outcome. She did not succeed. We ended up parting ways. That's the only person that's ever happened to. Everybody else has always said, I believe that I can do it. There's, even if I doubt myself, or even if I feel overwhelmed at times, or even if I look to my past and say, none of that worked out, I still believe that I'm capable of doing this, even for the tiniest amount. And they've all succeeded and kind of blown their mind. So if you're sitting there thinking like, oh, I'm more in the camp of like not believing in myself, if you're believing just a little bit, finding that little toehold of belief is all you need. You don't have to 100% believe like I did in this cat story. These are two extremes of belief. My husband was 100% non-believing. I was 100% believing. So you can be much closer to my husband's. Like, I don't think he's out there, but he could be. So I'm going to do something. You can be that low level of belief and still be able to do this. But the fact that you believe in yourself, even just a little bit, that's what really makes the difference. You just need a toehold in order to get started. So as long as you believe in some regard that this is possible for you, that you can do this, that you're capable of doing it, you can get started. And like I said, I've had clients repeatedly say, like, I doubt myself, I doubt my abilities, I'm not sure, I am wavering. I want to believe it, though, that they still succeed. Sometimes people just say, I want to believe, and they still succeed. So it is possible. It's really just about bringing this focus to the forefront for you. If you're feeling really stuck, if you're feeling like you're just not sure, finding that little tiny bit of belief in yourself is the difference between you succeeding, you getting the journey started and seeing successful results, and you not doing anything. You spending another year or another 10 years on your couch wishing that you could do this. So what do you do if you feel like you don't believe? first things first, you need to ask yourself why you don't. Where is that belief coming from? What is the thought process behind it? If it's based on past experiences, I want to ask you this question. Is that what you want for your future? Are your past experiences how you want to go forward? For most of us, they aren't. Although we're continually looking to the past to tell us what the future is going to look like. Think about that. If you are looking to the past to tell you what the future is going to look like, you're going to create more of the past. You're going to get more of things that you don't want. I tried counting. I tried, weighing everything. I tried doing points. I hated it. I hated all of it. I didn't succeed at it. Yet you're telling yourself that you aren't capable of losing weight because of those past experiences. Well, you don't want more of that because you didn't enjoy how that worked anyways. So let's believe that there's an alternative. Let's look to the future. Maybe there is another way that could work for me. And it's capable. Whoa. I am capable of doing it. It's possible for me. And then secondly, what do you need in order to shift your thoughts to believe in your ability to do this just a little bit? Just that toehold. That's all you need. So what do you need to shift in your thoughts to believe in it just a little bit? And once I will say, like when I started talking to back to my cat story, when I started talking to my husband about all the reasons why I believed Twinkie was out there, he could find his belief as well. So he went from non-believer to you're right, or at least in some regards. I believe a little bit that he's out there, that we can find him, that we can bring him home. And I just started telling him all the things my pet psychic told me. She was like, he's stuck in a garage. He can't get out, which I think ended up was like really what happened. If you want more of my pet psychic stories, I have a bunch. They're pretty, they're pretty wild. But that's a whole other episode. So anyways, it is possible for you to find that belief, even if you start out as a non-believer. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to wallow in it. You can move forward. And how do you use your belief in yourself, even if you're on the other end of this podcast right now thinking, well, I do believe in myself, so what now? Find some bridge thoughts. So sometimes you're just stuck in one regard. I don't really know if there's anything out there that's going to work for me or that I'm going to enjoy. So it's just like, I want to believe that there's something out there. I believe that it's possible for me to do this, even if my hormones have changed, even if my thyroid isn't, working 100%, even if my metabolism sucks, even if my job takes up 1,000,000 hours a week. I want to believe that there's something that could work for me or that it's possible for me. It could be possible for me. I'm going to take steps towards my goal until I believe that it's possible. So it's just finding a little bridge thought that can help you kind of get started, get that wheel in motion. And then my next suggestion on that is to make one clear choice about how you're going to move forward. So often what I see is kind of decision overwhelm or trying to do too many things at once or complete indecision. It's just like, here's 50 things and I don't know. I'm not doing any of them. I can't make a decision. I'm not deciding on anything. So too many things to try or not one clear path forward. So pick one thing. I'm going to do this one thing for the next 30 days. And that one thing can be as simple as I am going to put fat in my coffee every morning for the next 30 days. I am going to simply pay attention to how my body feels after I eat a meal. I'm just going to write down all the physical sensations that I have after I eat a meal for the next 30 days. Not every meal, but pick one meal a day. I'm going to step on the scale for the next 30 days, every day. I'm going to pick one thing and just commit to doing that for 30 days to get you started. Another option might be I'm going to delegate this to a professional. I'm going to hire a coach. I'm going to join a program And I'm going to commit to doing that for the next 30 days. And at that point, if I like, I'm done, then I can be done and I can move on and find something else. But I'm going to make that one commitment to do this to get started. All right, y'all. That's what I've got for you today. By the way, Twinkie did come home. Exactly a week later, he was just at the back door and super happy to be home. So we brought him home. I believe that it was because we believed that he was coming home that he came home. So, anyways, I will see y'all on the next podcast. Bye bye.